It's the story of an ancient civilization, an underground city packed with gold, and a serial killer! It's all coming up on this edition of Weird Things TV! Get out of here, logo! Now, a lot of this story might seem a little bit familiar to you because it was part of the main plot of Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull, which is a movie that sucked. And it's really disappointing because the real true story, or at least what happened in real life and everything that surrounded it, is way more interesting. Almost as interesting as MissionGeek.com. They're friends. They sponsored this here show because they like you and I like you and they wanted us to hook you up. They review tech stuff and they talk about apps and they have a YouTube channel. Just showed up right there. So go ahead and hook it up for them because they like you, we like you, and we think that you guys would be great and you can make out. So here's the deal. In 1976, a German author by the name of Karl Brugger wrote a book called The Chronicle of Akakor. Akakor. I don't know how to say it. I probably mispronounced it at the beginning of this video, and I don't care. I really don't care. Akakor was this ancient city that apparently was built by an Amazonian tribe that had since died out, and it was connected by underground tunnels to 12 other cities. So there was 13 in total. He wrote about all this because apparently there was a dude running around named Tatunka Nara. T-A-T-U-N-C-A Nara. He claimed he descended from the tribe that built the 13 underground cities, but he said his father was a German missionary, which explains the fact he spoke perfect German. So he was just a dude walking around the Amazon going, "Oh no, I know of these cities. My family built them. Please, I will show you." Akakor was the one that everybody wanted to go to because it was apparently a legendary fortress and filled with gold, son. Get me to go! A few people eventually said that they found Akakor, even though Brugger himself was seriously discredited after the book came out because a lot of people just thought he was a crazy man writing crazy things in a crazy book. But in 1979, a Brazilian magazine claimed that they found Akakor along with our old friend Tatunka. Tatunka says he found it too. However, both the magazine and Tatunka forgot where they saw it and they lost all the film. Whoopsie doodle. These kind of sightings and people who say they found it, that happens periodically up until 1984 when our old pal Brugger kind of gets murdered outside of a Rio de Janeiro cafe. Nobody knows how he died. Everybody knows that he was murdered. And Tatunka was questioned by the police because apparently there was a falling out between him and Brugger about the book. Now you're thinking maybe, okay, a conspiracy. Maybe it is like Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull, where for some reason people wake up in cocoons and they have to go and kill Indiana Jones, and then it's like the same ending as the stupid, as the other movie where it's just like the Deus Ex Machina, except this one's an alien, and it's just so stupid. Why is even Shia LaBeouf in that? Sucked! There are a few people who really want to go and track it down and see what they can find. So they contract Tatunka and they have him take him into the forest. The only problem is that they never come out. This happens 3 times, okay? People contract him. He's going to be, "Oh, yes, no, I will be your guide. Let's go. Please pick up your knapsack. Let's go." I don't know why. I think he's smoking as well. The entire time. "Please pick up your knapsack." Although this is not really funny because they don't come back. They die. And eventually they find remains in the forest that are consistent with their skulls and everything. So obviously somebody took them out into the Amazon and murdered them or left them to die at the very, very least. And people are pretty sure it's Tatunka. Oh yeah, and by the way, also with Tatunka, he's not really named that. And that whole thing about being from the Amazon tribe is total nonsense. His real name was Gunther Hauk. And he's still alive. Folks, Gunther Hauk is still alive and he is offering to give people tours of the Amazon. If you are approached by the Tatunka or Gunther Hauk and he says, "I want to take you to the Amazon and show you a lost city full of gold," say no, because he will murder you. He's murdered 3 people and possibly old Brugger outside of the Rio de Janeiro cafe. Don't look at me like that. Look at me straight, please, for God's sake. If you'd like to email us in any kind of topic suggestions, it is weirdthingstv@gmail.com. If you want to follow our website, weirdthings.com. If you want to follow our Twitter, it's weirdthings.com on the Twitter. Thanks again, missiongeek.com. Till next time, I'm Justin Robert Young. Stay weird.
Yankee Hotel Foxtrot